I'm channeling through a message for a soul specifically who is looking for his or her mirror. So what I'm hearing is that you clicked on this video because there's a part of you who is looking for your mirror. So what that means, it can mean you're looking for your soulmate, your soul tribe, your reflection, people who reciprocate the situations, outer situation, the 3D world, reflecting what you really feel inside. So there's a part of you that feels like you're not really seen. And I love that there's like the rain right now. And the word I'm hearing for you is purification. You need to see yourself clearly. This is like I'm hearing a direct command. And by the way, when I channel through your higher self, your God consciousness, what you already know to be true within yourself, and I'm that confirmation. There is, I'm hearing a person, place, thing, everything that you've been feeling like something is happening, something is coming in. Okay, let me know if you've been feeling this way. I feel like you are on the edge of happening. That's what I'm hearing. You're on the edge of happening. Like there's something that is like restless inside of you because you know that something's about to drop, something's about to come, something's about to land in your life. So it could be you're manifesting your true love, you're manifesting your true impact, your soul purpose, the people, the friendship, the reality that is finally mirroring back to you, the inner work that you've been developing. And what I'm hearing for you very specifically is it's not about waiting. It's about knowing where you're not seeing yourself clearly. Know where you are not seeing yourself clearly. Allowing the rain to wash away all the illusions, all the pain, all the hurt, all the gunk that you're not seeing yourself clearly. For the magnificent, beautiful, powerful, loving, kind being that you are. When you look into the mirror, what do you see? What do you see first? What do you notice first? Do you notice your aura? Do you notice your beauty beyond form? Do you notice just how brave and courageous you are and how proud you are of yourself? Or the first thing you see is, oh, my nose is crooked. Or I have this pimple on my face and I should cut some things off my face and have this, popular face that people have instead, right? The God within you is so magnificent. And you're attracted to this frequency out of all people. And by the way, guys, there are so many videos and messages out on the internet, but because you have tapped in to the perfect frequency of this message, what that means is that your heart and your soul is so pure. And but I'm hearing what but what the impurity that prevents you from seeing yourself and having this beautiful self being reflected out is the impurity that was injected into you, that you feel unworthy, that you feel undeserving, that you're not valuable, that you're not good enough, that it cannot happen for someone like you, and you're just dreaming. What do I need to do more to manifest? What do I need to do more to change myself? Am I doing enough? Am I BSing myself? When I hear the word BS, I hear some of you guys actually saying, am I bullshitting myself? Like a full-on swearing moment. And I want you to be reminded that your intuition, okay, has tapped into this perfect frequency. This is your higher self coming through, reminding you that you are not crazy. You're one of the rare souls who know and believe in goodness. And not just goodness out of, naivete, but it's goodness in knowing your purest essence is of God, is of the highest of light, of consciousness, and is pure, and is loving, and it feels good. Right? That's why they say follow your good feeling. Your good feeling is your God feeling. So when you believe in positivity and love and light and goodness, it doesn't mean that you're delusional. It means that you choose to allow your heart to be pure and innocent in the false world where they're telling you is not about power, it's about force. It's who screams the loudest, who takes the most, who elbow people out of the way to get to the top. That's the people that gets to the top. But that never resonated with you because you're heart-based, you're pure. So there's this deep innocence within you. And then you're thinking that there's something wrong with you. Like you see all these people getting the things that you want, maybe the car, maybe the house, maybe the partner, maybe the lifestyle, maybe the impact. And you're like, well, maybe I should be a little more fake. Maybe I should, have this perfect, script instead of just saying what my heart really feels. Maybe I should have a professional photo shoot instead of just taking a selfie. Maybe I should alter the way I show up doing my purpose work and be more professional, or I should show up in life being more proper. And the confirmation I'm hearing for you is that just drop the pretense. Just drop the pretense. It was never you. It's like this mask. It's the mask that you think you have to carry. It's the weight of the world that you think you have to carry. It's actually what stops you from seeing your mirror. Like imagine you do all this work within yourself and you see yourself clearly. I'm hearing it's not clear enough. Okay, just channeling it through. It's not clear enough. And what that really means is that you see yourself for all of these beautiful things, but there's that part of you that just needs to amp up the self-love, amp up the I believe, I know. That's what I'm hearing for you. You need to anchor in the I know. I want you to comment below, I know. I know blank. I know that I'm a loving being. I know my heart is pure. I know I'm powerful. I trust myself. I trust my knowing. These are some of the affirmations you can utilize that's going to anchor in your knowing, and you're going to see yourself more clearly. Because I feel like you know it. You have that in you. And this channel message is coming through. It's like that 10% of self-doubt, that 10% of this period that you're in. It can be like a void period where you're like, I've done the work. I've cried the tears. I face my shadows. I believe in myself like 90-something% of the time. So why is it not happening? Why is my bank account like this? Why is my life this? No romance, no love, no whatever. And the reason being is that this is the anchoring in period. It's not even a void period for you. It's an anchoring in. It's like, okay, when you wake up and you feel so good and you say your affirmations, you feel like, yeah, I'm a rock star. I love myself. I believe in myself. I'm deserving of the best love. I'm deserving of wealth. I'm deserving of whatever, okay? You got that in that moment. But what about throughout the day, though? What about when someone comes and poke holes at your belief, though? What about, those late nights when you question everything, though? Right? What about 1 month later, 2 months later, 3 months later, though? And I'm hearing for you, this is the real test. The real test is in the delay, but it's not really a delay, but it's an anchoring. Because your life experience is not meant to be an okay experience, and it's not meant to be a quick grab, a quick fix. Like the example that I'm seeing for you is Don't focus on attracting, okay, like the law of attraction, like how to manifest. Like, don't focus on attraction, but focus on being the attractor. And that's what you are, and that's who you are. So what that means is that, like the lottery people who win and then they like lose everything, is because they just focus on winning, but they don't focus on keeping, being the keeper, right? Being a responsible steward of the wealth of the God's inheritance. So when you think about that, okay, and applying to the various areas of your life, don't be looking at things from that first level. Don't look about attracting. It's like, okay, I want to attract the love of my life who has you will get that person, okay? Because you always get what you want. You'll get that person who is 6 foot tall, who is this looks, and who is this, whatever, I don't know what you put on your list, okay? You will get all of that. And then what? Maybe they're gonna be like that for 1 month, and then like something in them change. Okay, maybe they'll fall out of love, or maybe something, or maybe you doubt yourself, whatever. So what I'm hearing for you is like, don't focus on attracting, because the law of attraction is always working. You are always manifesting, so you don't have to try. A lot of these manifestation thing becoming mainstream, it's just something to talk about, honestly, but it's not really the truth. And you'll know the truth when you tap into your pure heart. And the truth is, you're always attracting. Otherwise, you won't have an experience in life. You're always attracting something. So just focusing on being that stabilized frequency for love, for wealth, for impact, for whatever it is, to stabilize and anchor. I'm hearing because you are one of the chosen ones, because you came here with a bigger mission than just like, oh, I just want to have the cars, have the house, have the guys and gals, have the whatever, and then call it a life. That's not why you're here. If you're on this video, if you make it this far, there's something different about you. That's why it's hard for you to find your people. That's why it's hard for you to find someone who gets you, and you think it's like the freaking most basic thing. But it doesn't seem like that, huh? Right? And you're like, what's wrong with me? I'm loving, I'm nice, I'm kind. Why is it so hard? And the truth is, it's because you're vibrating at a different level. And it narrows down the selection. And what that means is that you will find your person, you will find your tribe, you will find the right lifestyle for you. But how much are you anchoring in that to be truth, though? Instead of like having a fleeting moment where like, oh, I feel so good, I'm in my future self, yes, this is, and then you go back. So if you're someone who experienced a lot of like back and forth, like you're back into the past, you're thinking about the past, and then the next day you're like, oh, I feel good again. And then at night before you go to sleep and you're like thinking about what's wrong and all these things, and you feel sad. This is like the flip-flopping effect. So if you're experiencing that a lot, it means that you haven't anchored fully in your true reality, in your deep knowing, seeing beyond your physical eyes. Okay? Because it's not seeing, it's believing. Okay? It's believing, it's seeing. Okay? It's the other way. It's believing creates that seeing in this 3D world. It's like the red car effect. If you're out in traffic, you won't see any cars now, honey. We are out in the rice field. Okay? But, like when you're driving and you see, and it's like, if I tell you, okay, find the red cars, and you're like, okay, oh, red car, and all of a sudden you're like, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, look, Tina, so many, right? And then I ask you, how many green cars? And you're like, oh, I wasn't looking, okay? And that's the red car effect, is that we focus our attention onto what we are looking at, what we want to see. So it doesn't mean that it's there. So right now, you could be focusing a lot on why things are not working out. let me come closer. Uh, why things are not working out? The people who have rejected you, the people who turn you down, the things that didn't work out. And because you focus on that, you see so many of it and it becomes so crystallized. But you just have to shift to see all the other people who are like, I'm so happy that you're in my life. Can you see it in your third eye, which is your spiritual eye, not your physical eyes? You need to be able to see that first. That's visualization, that manifestation, right? That's when you go into a visualization or a meditation and you're able to feel and see it and know it to be true in the quantum realm. That's how it gets manifested, because everything comes from the mind. The mind is the creative level, okay? And then it reproduces in this 3D experience. So you cannot find what you're looking for in the 3D. It needs to come from the mind first. So back to why certain things feels like it's a delay in your life. Why is it not happening? Why the doubt is kind of coming up? It's for you to conquer. Why would you doubt something that you know? Okay, that's what I'm hearing. Your inner God is asking you. Why would you doubt something that you already know? You can't doubt it. Like if you know your name is Mary or Tina or whatever, whatever your beautiful name is, will you doubt that? You know what I'm saying? Right? Like if you know you're sitting on a chair, would you doubt that? You wouldn't. You would just say, I know. You know? So this period of seemingly flip-flopping or the void or like the delay or the restlessness is here to actually regulate your nervous system. So it's not no longer that morning or whenever you feel good, yeah, I'm a millionaire. Oh yeah, I'm a billionaire. Oh yeah, whatever, okay? It's no longer a momentarily thing when you feel good. It's all the time. It's like, yeah, I feel like shit right now. I have my period. I feel like shit right now. Whatever. But yeah, I'm not confused about I'm meant to live my best life ever. I'm not confused about I'm destined for the greatest love. I'm not confused about me being a billionaire. Like, I'm not confused. You know what I mean? So the universe, God, okay, your inner truth, your higher self, knows what you're destined for, but do you know it? And that's what you're being trained right now. Because again, if this video finds you, you're already a very advanced soul. You came back here, okay? You're an old soul. You lived many lifetimes. You have knowledge across galaxies. I'm hearing galaxies. Some of you guys can resonate being a starseed. You lived through the ancient like civilizations. You know this truth. But when you enter this new life, it can feel very confusing because now we're adding like, you know what, like digital AI, or we're having information overload, like, you know what I mean? Like there's so much input that blinds you. It's like you're kind of leveling up in a way because you chose to incarnate here in this age. So that's a sign, by the way, that you're a very advanced soul. But sometimes the game, okay, the matrix, okay, the holographic world, this illusionary world, it gets you, okay, it gets you. And then you're looking for the answer in the illusionary Maya world. But no, you need to flip it around, okay? Instead of Maya, is I am, okay? It's I am. Tap into your I am consciousness. When you tap into that, you close down your eyes. That's your Christ consciousness. That's the Jesus energy. Okay, Jesus is the I am. It's all a code. It's the Jesus code. It's the I am. With the I am, everything is possible. Okay, you want to walk on water? Okay, you do. Okay, you want to heal people? It's like, okay, you know, it's like that Jesus code. It means that everything within you is possible when you are in your I am consciousness. Because what separates the word possible and impossible, right? It's like when you, even in the code of when you think something is impossible is the I am. So if without you activating the I am, it's gonna feel impossible. But then the code is already in the word. That, like, remember, it's not impossible. It's just you have to remind that the power is within you. It's not in this is not possible. This is not possible. I was born into poverty. It's not possible for me to make more than my parents. You know what I mean? You know how many rags to riches story from people like literally born out of poverty, and then now they're like whatever, they made it in life and they help so many people. Why can't that be you? Right? There's people getting their heart broken, cheated on, like going through all these terrible things, and they find the love of their life. So why can't that be you? Your past has nothing to do with what you're here to experience. Remember, you know all of this, but that doesn't mean you don't need a reminder, right? That's why your higher self manifesting these messages is because you need a reminder. We all need a reminder because we're in the game, and the game is like it's meant to get us, right? It's meant to make us asleep. It's meant to make us forget. We become forgetful, and we forget that we are infinite. We are the God essence within us makes everything possible. We can change timeline. We can shift to the ones that we prefer to have. And our desires lead us there because we are designed to want what we have. That's the truth. Your desires are there because you're meant to have it. If you have a desire to live in a house on the beach, on an island, rice field vibes, okay, whatever it is, if you have the desire to run a big business, to create a center, or like whatever, to launch a cool product, if you have these desires within you, it means that you're meant to do that because the desire is the Kickstarter for things to happen. It's all encoded. So this is why we shouldn't judge our desires, because your desire can seem really outrageous, okay? Because, once upon a time, I was regular old Joe, old Jane, who put my head down and works at a cubicle doing 9 to 5 stuff. And inside my heart, that it just started to not feel right. Day by day, there's something that just didn't feel right. And I feel in my heart, I'm meant to do something creative. I'm meant to do something that's my own. I'm meant to do something that I didn't even know what it was, but I feel like I need to find out. And what a wild idea for someone who is like in the matrix, It wasn't like my boss was an a-hole to me or something. It was fine. It was a great job. I got paid okay, well, I guess, and it was good. I had great coworkers, but something in me, it tells me that voice, you're meant for more. You're meant for something great. And maybe you've been hearing that voice, and you know the voice I'm talking about. That's the voice of God. And I dropped everything, just had my savings, and then I started traveling the world 9 years ago. I'm still traveling the world. And when I say travel the world, I'm very spirit-led. Like I only go when I'm called to go. And I travel the world based on my intuition and based on what God is telling me where my presence is required. And that's the only way I know how to live. And it sounds outrageous. But that's my life. That's my life. Like, you can be getting crazy visions. Like maybe you're meant to live in this crazy, outrageous way. And when I say crazy, I don't mean like whatever you think crazy on reality show, but could be. It's like something that is really out of this world. Maybe it's like, oh, I'm meant to live in this like acres of land, and I'm meant to live in this beautiful community. Oh, I'm meant to live in this big mansion, or I'm meant to live in this, I don't know what this place is, but it looks so magical with like these crystal caves and all of these things. And maybe it feels like you're just making it up, but you are making it up because you are the creator of your life. Okay? God, the Father, which is the creator, created you, us, in the like image with the God essence. You have the God code within you, meaning that you are here to create worlds. The code, the seed, it just keeps going. When you awaken to your true power, you realize that you are here to create the world you're meant to live in. But when you doubt your creative power, when you say, I'm going to focus on logic instead of create beyond reason, create because it's your heart desire to create. Go where your heart feels good. And it feels outrageous and it feels irresponsible. It can. But only you, okay, when you're in your true alignment, only you can decipher what is true joy, what is true pure heart desires, instead of ego-led wants. Because if you watch enough of these reality shows or these social media thing, it'll tell you that you want the Chanel bag because you see Chanel, Chanel, Chanel everywhere. Okay, it'll tell you you want this watch, this shirt, this. Hello, B. Okay, all right, we have friend. It'll tell you you want this thing. It'll tell you want this thing, but is it what you really want? Okay, so that's why I made some of my previous videos on knowing your true heart's desire. We need to be in heart-based because you are heart-based. You're a heart-based person. That's why you're spiritually gifted. No one is spiritually gifted if they're not in the heart. You are in the heart because that's going to keep you balanced in your knowingness. So when you are acting out of your heart, you act out of whack. When you begin to worship so much of what you think is right, but not what is actually true, you begin to lose your magic because maybe your heart is telling you to drop everything and go to this place, telling you to drop everything and move to another city. It's telling you to drop everything and do another course, to choose a different career path. And it's going to sound crazy to the brain. It's going to be sounding irresponsible, but do you dare to choose it? And I can tell you from, my life experience, I have crazy downloads, and I believe why I was successful in the path that I was on is because when I know something, I follow it because success loves speed. Success loves speed. If you have a download, hey, I feel like I need to call this person, and you call them. Hey, I know I'm meant to go somewhere, and you go there. You don't think, oh, but it's so far, it's so expensive. Like, no, you just know that is a true intuitive calling, because when you tap in, you do it, magic happens. Like, it was 2 days ago, okay? I was in a completely different place. I was in the city, hustle, bustle, and there was something in me that felt really restless, like I needed to go somewhere. And then this place came to my mind. And then I made a whole thing on my Instagram. If you guys want to know more about behind the scenes of my crazy life, you can go there, and I channeled more messages for you at TinaWong000 on Instagram. I went to, I was looking at, which resort, which place to stay at. And then this place stood out to me and it looked so familiar. Like I was having a deja vu moment. Like I feel like I've been here. But I just couldn't figure it out. But then I decided to book it anyway. I literally booked a flight here within 12 hours of knowing that I'm meant to be here. There was something that was like, you're meant to be here. Your presence is required. So I'll tell you what it's about in the next video. It's actually, or maybe in the future video, it's something very profound. I'm here to receive a code for you, okay? Very powerful code that's coming through right now. But yeah, like I booked a flight. I booked, you know, this place, and turned out I have been here before. I was actually walking and stumbling across this place, guided by my intuition, I don't know, 3 years ago or something like that. The same on how I've guided to be here 3 years later by looking at it on the internet and be like, I feel like this is the place, because I'm actually very picky about where I stay. So, you know, ended up being, I've been here before. I have my pictures here before. I took my clients around this place before. There's a very special place that I took my clients here. And when we do like in-person retreats and stuff. And I met the owner. I still have his business card from years ago. It was crazy. It's like, how could I forget? But I honestly didn't remember. And I'm not going to get into like what happened, but it was just a crazy experience. Okay, I'll make another video. I'll share more into it. But that's the only way I know how to live, because that is the true way to live. You see through your spiritual eye. And it's like the idea of, you know, this whole idea of the Holy Spirit guiding you. Okay? And whatever the wordings you want to use, it's the same. It's your intuition. It's your higher self guiding you. It's your angels guiding you, dropping you signs, dropping you hints. But you just gotta go. You know, sometimes I would get, sometimes I got the calling. I'm like, I'm meant to be in Antarctica. Literally in Antarctica. And I booked that trip to Antarctica within like 2 weeks of that, of leaving, you know, where I was, and I had no plans. And I didn't, you know, I'm not like, oh yeah, let's hang out in Antarctica. You know, it wasn't like something that excites me, or even being here, I had no intention. It didn't really, I'm like, I don't, you know, it wasn't somewhere I wanted to be. But what do I know? What does little me know? My higher self knows everything. And I trust her to guide me. Just like you're listening to this right now and you're being reminded of how much you're being divinely guided by God, by your higher self, by your intuition, by your angels. They're guiding you to receive everything you're meant to receive. The codes, the people, the situation, the reflections of you, the experiences for you to see yourself more clearly, the confirmations. But are you going to judge it? Are you going to make up excuses? Or you are going to be that person who say, I trust myself. I'm no longer the indecisive person. I'm no longer the, I don't know what I want. I don't know if that's way, you know, that can wait. Divine timing doesn't wait. It's now. When you get something, the code for something is now. It's always now. The time is always now. The time is always now. That's how it works. So if you're struggling or having trouble with manifesting things in the 3D world with this time delay thing, ask yourself, how bold do you take action? If you know that, hey, I'm meant to have this vlog, I'm meant to have this like YouTube channel, this Instagram thing, this business, you know, I'm meant to be an entrepreneur, I'm meant to launch this website, and you delay it. How your energy is in one thing, it can affect the other things in your life. Because if you're telling yourself, I'm the person who delayed things, it's gonna get projected out, like things are gonna be delayed. Other things in your life are gonna be delayed because you're telling the universe that this can wait. Okay? So it's not really about being desperate, but it's about being aligned. This video is finding you because I feel like you're on the edge. You're on the edge of something huge to drop, to land in your life, land on your laps. But you just gotta open up for it to come through. Okay? And maybe it doesn't come through by you sitting at home on the couch right now. Maybe it's going to come through when you actually get that calling to, hey, I want to try that new restaurant, and you go there, and then something can happen along the way or at the restaurant or whatever. Okay? So just really trust that. Trust the intuitive guidances. But you have to really sit with yourself and spend a lot of time in solitude to know thyself. So then you can distinguish between impulses or, you know, your mind versus your intuition, your heart, your gut feeling, your gut feeling, your gut feeling. And there's no other way. You want the shortcut to life without doing the work, then you're gonna be one of those people who it's like I manifest jackpot and then I lose it the next day. I manifest hot girlfriend and then she's gonna leave me for another guy next day. I manifest hot boyfriend and then he's gonna leave me for another gal next week or whatever. It's like that. You have to think in terms of sustainability and long term. Okay. I think I have my massage booked, and I think I went on for too long. Okay, guys, I gotta go get my massage now. I love you so much. I hope this resonates with you, and let me know down below. This is Tina Wong. I'll see you in the next one.